Hi guys, so today I want to show you these dies I picked up not too long ago, but they are part of Tonic's like Wednesday specials right now. So I was like, oh, let me pull those out because when I picked them up, they were not even close to what they're offering for them for like right now. And so if I have any links in the description box, those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items through those links. So they have this whole bundle of the loaded pockets embroidery hoops. So this is a line that they came out with to make like loaded pockets, right? So I have what I picked up as the bundle, and I've been using pieces here and there. Sometimes I use the pieces that have to do with like, oh, actually this is a different bundle. Like little spools that I had put ribbon on or whatever it is from the set. So I haven't gotten around to these here. I do have the loaded pockets folded gift tag set that they also put on sale here and there sometimes, but I haven't tried these yet. And look at this one. The nesting tags die set. That goes somewhere else. And what I had in my hand goes to a different set. But anyway, so I wanted to try this because I was like, oh, you know what? This will be a perfect time because I've been thinking about a lot of hunky-dory paper pads that I have, and I'm like, I don't really use them in a way that maybe they're intended. I don't know. So I was like, you know what? This might be cute. So I was thinking about using this oval one, the loaded pocket. So there's a square, a circle, and the rectangle, and then this one. The oval, they're all basically the same kind of thing, but, obviously different shapes. So let me open this one up, and I think I'll make like a little, maybe I'll put a whole card together, but what you can do with these guys is cut them from like some heavier weight paper, and you have like these little things that you can then just put like on a little ribbon like this, and, people can kind of flip through it and have this cute item, but I think they shaker really well. Let me see. Yeah, so within each one, so there are 6 dies, right? This one has 8 dies. Oh, this one has a little guy. And then the other ones. This one has the 6, so the 3 nesting ones, and this one also has 6. So the rectangle has a little extra tiny one, which is actually really cute. It's like a locket. Anyway, they each have this outer die, and then they have this inner one that, again, you can definitely shaker with. So maybe that's what I'll do today, something fun like that, and put it on a card top. So we'll definitely use this big guy. I'm going to grab a hunky-dory topper pad, which I know exactly which one I want if I can find it. It has fairies. I think that'll be really cute. And then we'll shaker it up and have some fun. So I'll be right back. For once, I was super organized enough to find this easily. So, I don't know if this is still available. I always try to link whatever I can afterwards, because I know a lot of times people will see the video later and say, oh, it is here, By that time, I already have it in the description box, guys. But when I'm doing this stuff, I don't know, and I always want to let you guys know, I don't know. So, it's a really cool set. It's so interesting because it has, like, real-life looking people, but it's like a fairy thing. I don't know. Oh, that one's cute. So what I'm looking for is one that I would like to cut this out. So you can definitely, like, if I was going to use that whole thing, or just use this inner part, because we just need that little gal. But whatever it is that you want to do, however you want to do it, I think I'm going to cut the whole thing. This paper isn't, like, the heaviest paper, but really I just want this part anyway, so I'd probably cut that top part. And then we'll make a shaker. How pretty is this? So the little topper pads are really interesting. So they give you tons of the same image, and you probably think, like, why? Look how many there are. Because what they like to do at Hunky Dory is then, like, cut her out and layer her up, and then maybe they do the wings and put that on top, or whatever else, or her little flower bum here, her little skirt's so cute. And that's how they do it, so, like, I don't really decoupage like that with these, but I think I should. They're a good little paper. Anyway, so we have that. Like I said, I think I'm going to cut it with this whole thing so I have the whole thing, but I also want to put this on paper to be nice and sturdy, so I'll probably cut this also from... It's like a scrap of paper. I have this white paper here. Does it fit on here? Perfect, see? And this is just cardstock. So I'll cut it once from here, cut it once from in here, as much as I can get her little wings and everything. Actually, since I don't care about that circle, this part, we can put it like right up here. Wherever it is that you want to frame out, even this little piece that's kind of off the edge, that's okay, because a lot of that's going to be covered anyway. So like that is probably where I want that. Oopsie. So I'll pop that out. I'll also run this one through some acetate, okay? So a lot of times I buy acetate, but you can use, stamp carrier or something like that. And then we'll talk about the topper piece, which is basically just that piece plus this piece, and it'll do the top, the top frame that we need. But I'm going to run it through this, I'm going to run it through this, and I'm also going to run it through some acetate, and I'll be right back. I love using my marquee to cut this stuff because we have that metal shim that helps us cut acetate. It's really great. I don't know if those are in stock. I know they usually come whenever you buy something that's like a shaker. So they have that in there for you. But there's that. And then I ran these two together, which is so funny because it basically stuck them together with the pressure. I still need to glue it down though, so we still need that. But those are those pieces. And acetate again is just plastic. And I always do this. I could have made this bigger and then have a mask, and then later I could do a mask that has like that little hoop. That'd be really cute. Anyway, okay, so for this one, now you're gonna see everything in here with this mirror card. I'm gonna place it on there. I do want the whole loop. I didn't care so much about the picture having that loop, but I do want it on this. And we want to place this in here, you know, as evenly as we can so we get a nice frame shape. And I'm in love with this bright gold right now. I actually ordered some from Craft Stash, and I believe it's Hunky Dory brand. So we'll try that out. This one again was just like, I don't know, I've had it for a long time, and I think it was Craft's Companion is what the consensus is here on YouTube. When people saw the pack, they're like, yeah, I think that's where it came from. It didn't have any info. It was just like a bonus pack or something. Okay. And you guys, I will definitely keep this outer piece. You never know when you have like a little something, a little die that you can run through there and have that gold. So I always keep that. Not with every paper, but definitely with this kind of paper just because it's so fancy. I don't want to waste it. Okay, I'm going to turn this around here. And you know what? Actually, with a newer piece like this, that whole center piece is going to cut out and I can use it for something else. So I will run it through a folder that hasn't really been used. That way it stays nice. And actually, even the ones that do have cuttings in them, I've noticed that they don't really mess up your paper. You know, sometimes when you have like cutting plates and then you roll it through and you're like, oh, it leaves lines on your beautiful mirror card or like metallic papers. But just in case, I want to make sure because this is a big, nice piece I can use. Hi! Later. All right, we'll put that there. Let me put some stuff away and grab some glitter because we're pretty much there. Okay, and I'll grab this aside for now. And unfortunately, I will have to take this apart to glue it because I don't think it's just going to stay, even though it's really on there. Actually, what I'll probably do is just lift this part. You hear that? And just put my glue in here just to make sure we have that really down. And again, there's our just the backer of that white piece. That's pretty much what it's there for, and to give it some sturdiness, right? So if it's something you just want to leave alone like that, maybe put some ribbon in its actual tag, you want to make it a little sturdier. We have this guy. We have our little frame that we need to glue on to the acetate. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. And how cute is that? Just to put it on anything, right? Your cards or your projects. So pretty. And again, I don't do too much glue when I'm using like mirror card and metallics, and in fact sometimes I even take some of the glue off just so that that liquid nature of it doesn't pucker the other side of the paper. I'll turn that over and I'll hold that down, and while I'm holding that down, I am leaving this and that. I don't mind that we have both of them. It just adds to the sturdiness or the cuteness, or even when you put your ribbon you can put it through one and the other, even though they're a little bit separate from each other. And I have an idea. I've been watching too much Hunky Dory, I'll tell you. They have videos or like shows or whatever it is that they do all the time. And they just do the coolest stuff. Now, let me see. So this is like 1/4 inch foam, which is fine. I just want to see if it works really well or if I need to trim it down a little bit. And of course it depends on how you place those two dies, how close you are. But I like to get it towards the outside, you know, just to keep it more discreet. So I'm just going to go around this whole thing and just manipulate it as I'm going little by little, keeping it nice and, let's say rounded, but I guess oval. And I'll be back to the end. And I was curious if I had enough tape on here because it's at the very last like roll of it. You always want these guys to butt up real close because you don't want any of your glitters or sequins or whatever escaping. And I might cut this down just a little bit. Just taking off that little extra bit there. That one, and maybe this one here where it started. Okay, so as far as the glitters, I have this. This might as well be a busted out, even because the sales are supposed to be for Wednesdays, but they're in the UK, so they start on our Tuesday. And this would have been good because I had this topper piece for a long time. And I've had my little pieces for a few months at least. My little embroidery hoops. How cute is that with all the different like things that we have that have to do with embroidery, or like the stuff Spellbinders puts out and put it inside there. How cute. Sorry if you guys hear my son. He is getting ready to go somewhere. Okay. And I don't overdo it. I just add some purple and some little bit of this guy. If you want to rub in here with a little anti-static pad, you can definitely do that, but you know, it's going to get staticky later anyway as people are shaking it and stuff, so. Let me make sure my acetate is nice and clean, and then I'll pop it on, okay? I'll be right back. It's the cutest. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of that Alice in Wonderland with the heartfelt creations I did not too long ago. I have this little piece that doesn't want to come off. Okay. I'm like, let me make sure this is clean, and then I'm sticking my whole fingers in there. Okay. There we go. And I'll pop this on here. I'm going to get this close to me, guys. I'm sorry. I got to really make sure I am happy with the placement, especially at the very top with the little loop. Okay, so I'm going to push it down on one side and going like this. And you guys already know I like to flip it over. And that's where I give my good squish. From this side here. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now, my idea, because like I said, I watch a lot of Hunky Dory, and they're always doing something pretty cool. I think what I'm going to do is bring the paper pad back and then pop this on here. Look at that! So it looks like cool and magical on top of this. Now, I don't know what this paper size is. Let's see. It is 4 1/8 by... Oh, that's so cute. So it's basically a quarter of an A4 sheet by almost 6 inches. A little bit smaller than that. So I'm going to cut this down. I'm trying to think, how do I want to do this? Do I want to leave like the whole thing and make it artsy, or just let it hang off the side of the card? Like, let's say this is... Oh, where are my A2 size? Guys, I always keep piles of A2 size cards next to me and I'm using them up. I guess I could get an A4 size card to keep the whole thing. But you know, if we did it in our sizes, it'd be something like that. It'd be a little bit more, and then this guy will just kind of be off the edge here. We can do something artsy, I think. Oh, sorry guys, I was like totally out of frame. Huh. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to cut this down to like 4 1/8. Oh, I like her little feet though. How big is this again? I'm trying to think if I want to do an A4. Maybe I do. Let me go grab an A4 from whatever pile I have a bunch of, like I said, card blanks. I'll be right back. I had to go through so many piles of cards. The Crafters Companion, like the sub boxes, were always A2 size cards, and then more recently, but it's been a few months now, they started doing A4s, which is 4 by 6, which really isn't. It should be like 4 1/8 by almost 6 is really what it should be, but you know, they just do 4 by 6 to make it easy. So yeah, I'm going to cut this down. You see it's already as high as I would like, and maybe I'll cut some off of this side. And that'll be really fun. And then have this guy kind of artsy hanging off the side. Fun, fun. Okay, so I'm going to cut off whatever it is, like a 1/4 inch or so, just so it has a nice like 1/8 inch over here, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, let's bring this guy back. That looks about right. Yeah, so I just had to cut off about a 1/4 inch because I think it was like 4 and a little bit more, right? Because it was, like I said, what it should have been. You know what? I'm going to use, sorry, I'm going to use a liner tape instead. And when I went to grab it, I'm like, where is my liner tape? The problem is it's white, and then it's kind of small now, this one. And so I always don't see it. So I'm just going to put some tape on here, guys, and then take the little backings off. And whenever I take the backings off, I always just burnish it with my thumbnail or whatever, and then take the backing off. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay. And just burnishing with your fingernail helps out pretty well there. Okay. And I showed you guys the other day, if you leave part of this and just peel a little bit away, that when you come to, you know, lay it down, you have another chance of actually getting it nice and straight before you really stick it down. So you can definitely do that. That was easy to just eyeball there. I mean, how pretty is that with a little sentiment? They just have such cute things. And then I'm going to put this little lady here. I'm going to leave this just like this. If you want to put, well, maybe we should put a little ribbon. Should we? Put a little something? Fine. Let me grab a little ribbon. I'll do it first, and then we'll add it here. And then, oh, maybe a little charm too. Okay, so I'm going to look for a charm, ribbon, and some kind of sentiment word, I suppose. I'll be right back. So for now, let's do our bow. I'm not sure what I want to put as a sentiment. I did find a set that I would like to use. I thought I had the word magic, and I think it does. I'm not finding the right set that I'm thinking about. But I have this Enchanted Forest, and I thought Dreams or even Believe, but Believe is kind of big, so we'll see if Dreams works for us. We'll go from there. Okay, so we have this. This is just from the Dollar Tree, guys. And I'm just going to cut a little bit of that off. And I'm just going to make an actual bow. So not like a finger bow or anything like that. I'm just going to tie a bow, and we'll see how it turns out for us. So I'm giving myself quite a bit here. So I guess we should put a knot first. And you can leave it hanging up at the top, or you can even tie it around this part if you want that just to keep showing. And of course we can arrange it when we're done. Bow. Let's put that there. Of course, so I gave myself quite a bit of leeway with it. Maybe these little last pieces that I cut off we can tuck in somewhere else on something else. And I always like to singe the edges of my organza ribbon. If it is cotton based, do not do that because it will just catch fire. But let me grab my a lighter and I'll be right back. Okay, and I just get that and just run it down the side very quickly. Just that little bit of heat helps seal that edge. Okay. And then I did grab this guy. I think I was like, ooh, a little fairy charm, but honestly, I'm not gonna dig through everything to look for specifically a fairy charm. So I have this set that has like little hearts. And just to add something else, of course, we don't have to do that. Little heart frame, that might be cute. Kind of speaking back to the frame. Oh, this one has two. Okay, let's do that. Why not? And you guys know we always want to have something like this, like a 3-in-1 plier or something to help us with jewelry stuff or just fun things like this. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And I always use my other hand for this when I open them up. And these guys, you twist them open, okay? Don't pull them open because then they get weak. So we'll put that on here and then I'll put it through my little ribbon. If I can find a good spot for that. I guess I had to get that really close to my face to see where that ribbon was open. Okay, and then just twist it back. Okay, and we'll arrange this obviously a little nicer. Aw, so cute. Okay. And that can go right on here. And again, I'm just going to glue it down in that same spot. Actually, let's not glue it yet. Let me cut out the word dreams, and if it works out for us, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'll probably use like a, I guess another purple or whatever color I want. Just not gold again, because I already have plenty of gold up here, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, I just cut out that pearlescent white. And I suppose you could take like some ink and kind of ink it up a little bit if you want it to look like a little gossamer and fun. Okay. Let's see, that S is really, aww, I like that. Okay, so if she were in here basically, right? And this we have there. Yep. Alright, and there's my fun artsy little card. Of course, you can stick all kinds of cute stuff behind here. I was just thinking like all kinds of like little sprigs or whatever else you have. I'm trying to line up where her legs would have been. You know, that's what I'm looking at. And like her wing kind of goes up here like this. And then her legs. Just making sure we're about right on that too. Oh my gosh, how cute. Bring it down a little bit. There we go. That looks pretty good. Again, it's just a little bit out here, but... And then let me put some glue on the back of this and I'll be right back. Literally any of those papers that you have where you're not sure what to do with them or it has like a real focal point, that I think would be really lovely. Or like the hummingbird papers or dragonflies, you know, all those things. Really cute in there. Again, you can make it a flip book on its own, like a little... But for me, I made it a little card topper that's just sweet and fun. And look at that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That was a fun ride, huh? I have links to that bundle. Hopefully it's still available because when I saw it I was like, oh, that's gonna go. So I'll have images coming up and I'll see you guys at the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye now.